Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. Good afternoon from sunny London, England. Or should I say good morning, good evening, or allow me to say good night and rest well to those of you football fans in whatever you've been doing today. This is your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly DLG repping. Before going to the headline of my content, I want you to smash the thumbs up like button for me, please. Do that in abundance. Make sure you share this channel virally all over the globe. And I mean all over the globe, especially to your friends and your relatives. If you're new today, welcome on board. Make sure you share this channel amongst your friends and relatives and tell your friends or your relatives to share it amongst their friends and relatives. The comment section below, if you've got a response, an opinion, drop it in the comment section below. And please subscribe to the channel. Smash that sub button left, right and centre, but gloriously and passionately. I want to see this channel move up to 1,000 subscribers for me. So let's get moving. So in today's headline, I'm going to be talking about what Gareth Bale has said, and on top of that, then I'm going to move on to the transfer gossip involving all football clubs around the Premier League, really. So let's delve into Gareth Bale's comment here, because he spoke about players' welfare should prioritise over money, and I think he has a good case. If you agree with what Gareth Bale said on this matter, then leave it in the comment section below. As it's written in yellow writing as the head title, Bale calls on governing bodies to protect players. Wales forward Gareth Bale has called on football's governing bodies to prioritise player welfare above money. The 32-year-old warned there would be consequences if the congested football calendar seen in 2022 continues. Bale, who is a free agent after being released by Real Madrid, added he is looking for regular club football next season to prepare for the World Cup. They need to look after players. Without the players, there is no product, said Bale. And you know what? Player welfare has to be looked after. Yes, they're earning a lot of money. Yes, they're getting paid. Some of them are getting paid stupendous amount of money. But the welfare comes first, and it seems to be ignored time after time after time, especially in the recent years. Let's say the last recent 5 years, if not 10 years. And Gareth Bale has made a great case here, you know. And I feel that the governing bodies have to take this into serious consideration, because what's going to happen is burnouts will happen. Someone may collapse on the pitch. So the welfare has to be considered seriously. I mean, what I've just read here, if you want to get back to me and leave a comment and leave your response or a message, drop it in the comment section below, please. I'd really like to hear from you guys. Right, let's get into the gossip column, shall we? Today's gossip column. And according to Corriere dello Sport in Italian, Arsenal willing to pay more than 42 for Lazio's Serbian midfielder Serge Milinkovic Savic, although Newcastle could also bid for the 27-year-old. Now, I don't see Arsenal signing this player, for the simple fact is they haven't shown any interest. And of recently, sticking on Arsenal, Mikel Arteta has become very angry with the hierarchy, i.e. the Cronkies, and their indecisive ways in terms of making transfers happen. So he has become really angry, according to reports. I'll talk more on this on my DLG Redpins Daily Transfer News. That's gonna kick off at 4:30, so keep an eye on that. Paul Pogba has completed a free transfer from Manchester United to Juventus, yet as the France midfielder is waiting to see if Zinedine Zidane is appointed Paris Saint-Germain coach. This is an article covered by RMC Sport in French. That's a story there coming out of that article. Meanwhile, Paris Saint-Germain are still trying to convince former Real Madrid coach Zidane to replace Mauricio Pochettino as their new manager. This is a story coming from ESPN. Sevilla say France centre-back Jules Koundé is looking to leave the club this summer, with Chelsea expected to sign a 23-year-old. I still believe this is going to be a replacement for Rudiger. Right, AC Milan are the latest club to show interest in signing Manchester City's Brazil forward Gabriel Jesus. Now, this is where Arsenal really get me angry. And I can see why Arteta would be angry, because he wants Jesus, but they're indecisive and their incompetence of doing their job on their part is hindering the opportunities of us getting a Jesus and a Yuri Tillemans and the transfer target. This could be a summer transfer target from hell for us. And if you're an Arsenal fan, it is hell right now. Arsenal set to announce the signing of 19-year-old Brazilian forward Marquinhos from Sao Paulo on a 5-year contract for about $3 million. Yes, I think it's all but confirmed. But for me, it's not a signing that's going to make me excited. Arsenal fans, Marquinhos, does he make you excited? I know it's a silly question. Drop it in the comment section below. Meanwhile, Arsenal are among the clubs considering a move for Leeds United's Rafinha this summer, with Barcelona, Manchester United, Chelsea and Liverpool have also been linked with the Brazil winger. Now, for me, I don't see why he would end up at Arsenal. If he wants Champions League football, and if Arsenal are not careful, they'll end up getting him and paying him over 200,000 a week. So that will suit him, the agent. Nah, Arsenal not really interested in him, and there's been no bids. Arsenal not bidded. Well, they've only bidded for Scamacca, and that's a striker that would be ideal for us by the sounds of him, but not for me. Rafinha. Arsenal striker Eddie Nketiah's contract runs out at the end of June, but the Gunners remain in talks with the 23-year-old English forward after offering him a new deal, Evening Standard. Yeah, the new deal's meant to be 100,000 a week. As you know, excuse me. It's a long week for me. As you know, it's 100,000 a week, 5-year deal, and at the moment he's our only recognised striker. And again, as it stands, we're going into the new season with Eddie Nketiah up front, with Balogun as well. How can I be optimistic? Liverpool have yet to agree a fee for Benfica's Darwin Núñez, but the 22-year-old Uruguay striker has already told friends and family he is moving to Anfield. Well, this is coming from the Liverpool Echo. How true are those words? Let's see in the coming days. New Chelsea owner Todd Bowley's relationship with Jay-Z's Rock Nation Sports could be the key to the future of Romelu Lukaku and the Belgian striker's hopes of returning to Inter Milan. Well, how true are those words and those details? Again, you know, it's easy to read this gossip column and tell you what I think. But again, I think Lukaku wants out of Chelsea. That is my humble opinion. You might have a different opinion. Let's have a discussion in the comment section below. Inter have still not made direct contact with Chelsea over the possibility of re-signing Lukaku. This is coming from Fabrizio Romano on Twitter. I'm not going to read too much of it here because there's quite a bit and I don't want to be here all day. Brentford have made an official approach to Italian side Bologna for 20-year-old Scotland defender Aaron Hickey, who's also attracting interest from Napoli, Arsenal, Newcastle United and Aston Villa. Now, if he ends up in Newcastle in the Premier League and he's one of their best performers, I'll be so vexed. And I mean so vexed. And it's just everything about Arsenal. I'll get onto it in my transfer daily, in my daily transfer news. Right, Sporting Lisbon's João Pahinha remains a key target for Wolves this summer, despite Fulham's interest in the Portugal midfielder. Newly promoted Nottingham Forest are targeting Arsenal's England midfielder Ainsley Maitland-Niles, who was on loan with Roma last season. I mean, this is just a serious worry. Now, I don't understand why we would want to sell Maitland-Niles to Nottingham Forest. Yes, he's at an age where he wants to play first-team football. He wants to get himself into the England squad for this year's World Cup later on at the business end of 2022. I think he's been an all right versatile player for Arsenal. You know, we may need him, so I think with our injury record with players, he will be needed. Let's say Tomiyasu gets to pick up an injury during the course of the season. He will be ideal to slot in at right back. I mean, he's got the pace for it, where Cedric Suarez doesn't have that extra speed. So I would go for him. I would go for him to do the job. Anyway, moving on. Tottenham have agreed a deal to buy Middlesbrough's Jed Spence, who was on loan at Nottingham Forest last season, with the fee for the 21-year-old right back about 20 million. What is going on, Arsenal? This is a right back I've spoken about in my daily transfer news, and they've convinced him to join Tottenham for about a fee of 20 million. Wages and the length of contract is to be agreed under personal terms. Anyway, more positive news here. Fulham are closest to finalising a deal to sign Lazio's Albanian goalkeeper Tomasz Strakosha. If I've pronounced his name wrong, I do apologise. And I'm going to read one more here. No, I'm going to read no more actually. That's the end of that. So let's round this up and say, ladies and gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, I thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. Saving the best to last, as I always do. Thank you so much for putting up with me. I'll be here again later on at 4:30 for my live stream. So all that I need you to do is keep liking, sharing, commenting and subscribing. Take care of your friends, take care of your families, take care of yourselves. Remember to enjoy yourselves. If you're in London, England, enjoy the weather. It's beautiful out there. And I'm just going to check the weather forecast right now and see how it's going to pan out for the whole day. And on top of that, yeah, peace, love and bless again. And like I said, I'll be back with a live stream at 4:30. So keep your eye on that. Right, on top of that, yeah, all that I need to say is DLG repping. We should talk again. So all that is left for me to say is just remember to please be nice.